Hello there, Deadly Habit here, bringing you another Gentleman's Gaming Corner Impressions. Yes, today I'm bringing you Evil Quest. Press enter to continue. In a time and place before recorded history, man and God coexisted. The most enlightened of men were allowed to traverse the astral plane to enter God's holy realm and seek out his advice. In time, the denizens of the underworld grew resentful of the presence of mortals in the astral plane. Defiantly, the grand demon Tazrael forged an evil weapon of ultimate destructive power. With this chaos axe, he rose up to challenge God himself. The ensuing battle between the two threatened to shred the very fabric of existence. Though he prevailed, God was brought to the brink of death. Unable to destroy the chaos axe, he hid it from Tazrael by casting the axe into the realm of humans. In order to prevent the demon from ever recovering his evil weapon, God forever shut off the astral plane to the world of men. 4 seals were created and placed in the human realm. They could never be opened from the astral plane, nor could any being ever be able to pass between the two realities, as long as even a single seal remained in place. However, these are only legends. Tales half forgotten by most. The seals themselves have never been seen by any person alive, and most people pay no mind to the tale. After all, the world has known thousands of years of uninterrupted peace. That is, until he appeared. Galvus. There were those among us who believed that he was a demon, descended from Tazrael himself. But the thousands that he killed, who locked eyes with him in their final agonizing moments, knew that he was a man, and in that instant lost all faith in humanity. The Dark Night ravaged the land and terrorized the populace like nothing else in recorded history. Any village that he visited faced certain annihilation. Most men never heard the mournful wails of the women, for they had already been slaughtered like pigs, their entrails littering the ground like a pit of bloody vipers. Through sheer force and intimidation, he raised an army powerful enough to challenge that of Imperial Camellia. Fueled by many successes, his lust for power exploded. 10 years ago, Galvus marched on Camellia Castle itself, determined to annihilate King Jarek and his Imperial army to coronate himself supreme ruler of the planet. Yes, that is the backstory for this. Okay, so I originally pre-ordered this game, honestly, on Desura. It was a $2 pre-order, so it's a cheap game anyways, it's $2. But what lured me in is I saw a preview for it and sort of an interview with the creators on one of the sites that I frequent, and they compared it to Crystallis. And Crystallis is one of my all-time favorite NES games of all time, period. Like, most people consider Legend of Zelda to be probably one of the defining action-adventure-like RPGs for NES. Nah, for me that's Crystallis. That game, I remember, God, I don't even know how old I was. I was pretty damn young. But I remember renting it from the game store and immediately saving up to go out and buy it right after that so I could have my own copy and finally beat it without having to keep renting it. But yeah, Crystallis is one of those timeless action RPGs for me, like, period. So, first things first, let's go to the options, take a look at it. There's not that much for it. Like I said, this was originally for Xbox Live indie games. You've got 3 difficulty settings. I'll just keep it on normal. Flash effects, yes. Full screen, yes, no. You've got choice of 2 resolutions. Woohoo! Yay, way to port it to PC. And yeah, the keyboard controls, which you can remap, but as they stand, these are the defaults. They're pretty, I don't know, it's awkward. It's just, just take a look at the screen real quick. Enter to attack, space to jump, X for item, dash is left alt, or you can use the mouse buttons. It's just the way they're placed out is pretty weird. So yeah, plus enter, yes, we'll save this. They don't have, it might have Xbox 360 gamepad support. Don't hold me to that, because I don't have one, but I had to map this out to my controller using Xpadder, as always. If you don't have that software in your PC game, you should really get it. Okay, so the game just crashed for me right there while I was recording. I haven't had that problem before. But yes, we'll skip all this again. Yeah, I'll go with new game. Now, as I was saying, this is supposed to be like Crystallis, and it plays pretty much similar to it. Okay, Chaossoft Games presents Evil Quest. Yes, on this you get to be the evil side, the evil protagonist or antagonist. Tarkin, King Jarek's lackeys will be attacking from 2 directions, east and north. Take half the men and head north. It's up to you to keep us from being surrounded. As you command, Master. Get moving. I can see them approaching from this direction. The Northern Battalion will not be far behind. What are you incompetent fools waiting for? Follow me. And yes, they're splitting up their army. Let's go, you cretins. Oh, and an epic battle has ensued. Yes, kill them all, for you are the evil antagonist Galvus in this game. Yeah, it's an actual interesting take to be the bad guy for a change. Instead of trying to save the world, you are trying to destroy it. Alright, soldiers, from here we head east.
But General, the Chameleon army will be approaching from the west. We should stand our ground here and protect the flank.
The hell with Galvus. I'm in charge now, and I say we head east. Think about how he treats us. Things will be much easier with me as your supreme commander.
Well, he did murder my wife and children.
Of course he did. He's an abomination that we should allow the chameleons to rid us of. Come on, I know of a nearby village where we can really have some fun.
Death to Galvus! Death to the bastard!
That's the spirit. Let's go then. Treacherous underlings. See, you can never get good help as an evil ruler. Pathetic. This is a disaster. Now we have to rely on Tarkin to... By order of King Jarek the Benevolent, you are hereby arrested for crimes against humanity. Will you come peacefully? Tarkin, he failed, but how did so many of you remain alive? He would have at least killed most of your men. We didn't see anyone on our way here. Now I ask you again, villain, will you come peacefully? Tarkin. He betrayed you, my lord. Tell your king I'll see him in hell. And yes, the battle continued. Oh, and everyone's no! They've captured me. With the betrayal of General Tarkin, Galvus's army was routed. Beaten and humiliated, the evil knight was finally captured. As a false show of benevolence, the King of Camellia declared that Galvus was insane and should be spared execution. He was sentenced to life in prison. Shortly after his imprisonment, Galvus discovered a kindred spirit, an old thief who hated the world as much as he did. Oh, sorry about that. Working my throat doing this voice acting. Galvus, I know that you want to destroy the world, but you can't do it through brute force alone. You need a better plan. I'm listening, but make it quick, old man. I tire of your senseless banter. Years ago, I was looting a pyramid in the southern desert. I snuck past a sleeping Medusa and entered a room, and it was one of the seals. You actually saw one of the seals? Then the legend must be true. If I can open the seals and unleash the power of the Chaos Axe. Yes, with that axe, not even God himself could stop you. Your path of destruction would reach from here across the entire astral plane. Then I will have vengeance against all who wronged me. King Jarek, Tarkin, even God. They all will die, and I will crush this miserable world. Alright, and now we get to gameplay. So here's the story. Good morning, Captain. Did you hear that the rookie is scheduled to feed Galvus today? Yes. Elric, poor guy, it's his first time too. Did he know that the bastard slaughtered his family? He was just a child at the time and saw the entire thing. Yes. Oh, here he comes. We shouldn't say anything else. Hey, Elric, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
That's good to hear, Elric. Well, I guess you've heard by now.
Heard what, sir?
Well, you're scheduled to feed him today.
Him?
Yes, him, Galvis, the one they call the bastard. The guy who slaughtered your family. Franklin, get the hell out of here if you can't control yourself! Sorry, Captain. Sorry, Elric. Okay, Elric, you heard the idiot. Get going, and whatever you do, don't talk to the prisoner. No matter what he says to you, ignore it. Yes, Captain. I'm just a stupid rookie. This is what I've been waiting for. I can finally take my revenge on that bastard. Prisoner, I'm here to deliver your daily meal. Come closer, you little stain. You look very familiar. Did I kill someone close to you? Yes, I remember your face now. You were just a child at the time. Oh, how your tears made me laugh. Look at you now, such a big man. Did you come here to kill me? You're totally unarmed, and there's no one here to stop me. Everyone will call me a hero. Well, Elric, step in here and do it if you can stand the smell. I'm sick of wasting away in this rat-infested hellhole. Come on, hero, do it. You asked for it, bastard. Where'd you get that? It's a shank, you intrepid fool. I've been carving it for years, and now it's finally tasted blood. Tell me, Elric, is this how you saw your revenge playing out today? You know, Elric, I'm feeling generous today. If you tell me where my things are, I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery. Otherwise, you can slowly bleed out here in agony. What things? The charge orb, the dark axe, and my iron armor. Where are they? The charge orb? Upstairs in the room crawling with rats. I heard the dark axe fell into the sewer. Your iron armor is a trophy. We keep it in the mess hall. Interesting, Elric. Thank you for coming here to kill me today. I knew I kept you alive for a reason. However, I've changed my mind. I'm going to leave you here to suffer. But don't worry, the rats are hungry, and they will eagerly keep you company in your final hours. And so we can begin playing, yes. Welcome to Evil Quest. Here are a few tips to keep you alive. Press the enter button or left mouse button to attack. Right now, all you have is a puny shank. But find Galvis' dark axe and you will be unstoppable. This is a save point when you step on it. Yes, those are the save points. Okay, so you start out, you can't jump or anything like that. Alright, we shall open this. Yes, and this is how it plays out like Crystallis. Shank the enemies. Alright. Oh, giant wolf. I don't know, there's something just kind of off with the animations. It's good and all, but... Galvis, my boy, you're free, just like we planned. Yes, and now we can get out of here together. yes, at last. But first, now that I can see your hands, teach me the ice spell you've always spoken so highly of. I know you're too weak to actually use it, but if you show me how, it will make our escape all the easier. Of course, my boy, it's just like this. You learn the spell Ice 1. At last, now there's just one last thing. What is it, son? Tell me, what is it that troubles you? Oh, nothing, it's just... Galvis, why? It's simple, you ancient buffoon. Your snoring and horrendous smell have kept me awake countless nights. I can't bear the thought of spending any more time near you. Galvis, proud of you. Goodbye. Okay, yeah, so now I have spells, so I can cast spells with another button. So it's kind of similar to Crystallis. Let me load up one of my other games so I can show some actual gameplay. Alright, that's at the end of the game. This is one of my other kind of complaints about it. This is right before the final boss. So I'm level 19, and it's only 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 33 seconds in. It took me less than 4 hours to beat this entire game. Okay, so we'll go to Bolt Mountain. Yes, this is after I've gotten my armor. I have a variety of weapons, but just use the items there. Those are magic. So I have all these different spells. This is what makes the game easier. Oh god, you can hear the clicking of my controller. Yeah, this is a heal spell. I've pretty much got every weapon except for, I think the last one. But yeah, as you can see, I've gotten some items and stuff that make this game way too easy. Now I have running boots, so I can essentially run past all the enemies since I really don't need to level up anymore. This is the jumping animation, which is kind of derpish. And yeah, this is one of the power-ups I've picked up, which allows me to do level 1 charges repeatedly, like a damn gun with my weapons. Let me take that off. Go to my equip menu. See, I have all these different weapons. So we'll go with Ice Sword, I'll go Jerk's Bracers. Let's see. Increases HP and MP by 25%. Increases defense, and you get really overpowered in this game really easily. So Amulet of Healing, generate health over time. So it has the same old Crystallis charging up of your sword for super, pretty much whatever weapon you get. And the thing is, I have so many MPs and so many items and stuff already. Like even early on in the game, you get oh, here's another derpish thing that I noticed: the shadows on this bridge. That, and I can walk on it here in the shadow placing. That was just one little minor thing I wanted to complain about. The other thing is, all the enemies, it's one of those RPG cliches from back in the day, where they're the same enemy sprites just recolored. And that gets kind of irritating. I mean, it's a modern game. It's a modern take on an old retro game. So back when the limitations were you couldn't have that many sprites on there and there wasn't that much room on the cartridges. But since you're doing this for PC and Xbox and stuff like that, in modern consoles, there's no excuse for it. It's just kind of lazy. Yeah, the jumping animation is kind of derpy. The sword, being compared to Crystallis, the sword in Crystallis you could always just like instantly rush and charge people and do little hits. But like I said, it's a pretty damn easy game, even on hard. I mean, I beat the game initially on hard. I've already gotten all the items. Okay, so one of the other things I wanted to show that's kind of one of the weak points of the game. We'll go to the grasslands. You can tell they really were trying to copy Crystallis. Just, alright, listen to the music. Alright, let me go kill this guy so I can... Yeah, just listen to this music for a second. Alright, I'm gonna fade in the Crystallis music now. And you can tell they're directly trying to copy it. And it just doesn't live up to the Crystallis music, I'm sorry. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know, they set a pretty high standard for me by comparing this to Crystallis. But it's a relatively short game. It's pretty simple. Like I said, it's easy. It's enjoyable, I'll say that much. I mean, I have no regrets on buying this. But yeah, I have all these spells already. I've got all these weapons. It's really easy to become overpowered or just dodge the enemies altogether and get to the bosses. I mean, if I wanted to speedrun this game, I could probably do this in like 3 hours if I sped like speedrun it. But yeah, it's only $2. The graphics. Like as you can see in some of the cutscenes, the art was kind of iffy in places, kind of like Cthulhu. What is it? Cthulhu Saves the World. Yeah, that one. Kind of art, kind of like that. It's you can tell they're trying to do the retro 8-bit, like 16-bit era graphics, but don't quite have the sprite art skills to do it for the bigger cutscenes. But yeah, I mean, if you got $2 to spare and you're a fan of Crystallis or action-adventure RPGs, I'd definitely recommend this. It's a good romp that you can get through in an afternoon. I don't really see that much replay value to it. But yeah, this is Deadly Habit. That's probably going to do it. Let me just quit out of this. Yeah, you've got the other thing. You have 3 save slots, so 3 people can play this on your computer or your Xbox if you get it for that. But, yeah, this is Deadly Habit. This has been Evil Quest. If you're a fan of action-adventure games, like I said, check it out. It's only $2, so you can't really go wrong. Alright, peace.
So, you like video games. Of course you like video games. Everybody loves video games, because they're such an awesome distraction. So, you got nothing better to do than watch YouTube videos right now. Why not head over to vinesauce.com? Yes, vinesauce.com, where there is a live streaming of games with a chat, a forum, and a blog where I post my videos, interviews, news, and so do other people. So, you got nothing better to do right now? Why not head on over there right now?